This document is called FOSSI ISAHP Model to Supplier Performance Evaluation in Public Institutions. The problems that arise in the selection of suppliers do not end when the correct supplier is found and a contract is established. The problems can persist throughout the customer-supplier relationship. Working to increase knowledge about each supplier is the most effective way to minimize potential complications related to the purchasing function and its effects on the supply flow. The objective of this document is to present an integrated model for the objective evaluation of suppliers in a higher education institution of the public sector, which in turn is subjected to a series of regulations, legal provisions, and control entities. In this sense, a methodology of FOSSI ISAHP is proposed, which uses FOSSI preference relationships to incorporate the ambiguities and uncertainties that usually exist in human judgment. And the Vice Rectory for Investigation at the Universidad del Valle is responsible for supporting the formulation, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of research policy and the corresponding research-related action plans. For example, research and training management, transference of results, institutional laboratory systems, international relations, and editorial program. Although this office has a database of suppliers, it does not have a formal and systematic registry that describes the behavior of the providers. In addition, there are some perceived problems with providers known to the Vice Rectory, such as missing, delays research projects, bottlenecks, poor communication, non-complaints with delivery times, among others. Therefore, it's necessary to improve the purchasing process in the Vice Rectory through a tool that supports the administrative management and the execution of research projects in order to eliminate bottlenecks and dissatisfaction in users. About literature, we studied many articles, but in this case, among the most important articles for the realization of this work are Osiro et al. 2014, Hu et al. 2010, which focus on the criteria for the selection and evaluation of suppliers. For their part, Mardani et al. 2015 and Dotoli 2020 support the application of the FOSSI ISAHP tool in this type of process, particularly for institutions in the public sector. The objective then is to provide the organization with a tool that allows it to have a global vision of the performance of its suppliers in light of the criteria that the organization considers fundamental in this activity. So, about the methodology, today you can find different multi-criteria tools to evaluate the performance of suppliers. Classical methods are inefficient for complex decision-making problems, especially in cases where qualitative information criteria are found. The most important advantage of fuzzy multi-criteria methods is their ability to address problems that are marked by different conflicting interests. In the case of procurement in the public sector, fuzzy ISAHP technique is one of the most promising to apply, as it makes a correct assessment of the weighting of each criterion and the judgment of experts on the suppliers. In order to reduce subjectivity and guarantee two imperative principles of transparency, non-discrimination, equality, and proportionality in the awarding process in the state. Therefore, it was decided to apply fuzzy ISAHP, given its practicality. Two stages were established for the supply performance evaluation process. In first stage, we define 4 steps. Can you see in this presentation? And the application of the fuzzy ISAHP methodology is carried out each time the criteria and its weights need to be revised. Comparisons by pairs of alternatives are made through linguistic variables represented by triangular numbers. At this stage, the group of experts was made up of professors, professors and administrative staff. And second stage, the rating scale is established for each of the criteria.
Sorry, you have 2 minutes left.
In that analysis, the consistency analysis was 0.06. Therefore, the expert judgment was reasonable after defining the rating scales and establish the evaluation format. The evaluation was carried out on one supplier. The supplier obtaining a rating of 3.98 and most strident is competitions in terms of delivery times, guarantee and customer service to improve its performance. Limitations. When applying the methodology, it can be seen that situations can arise where the number of comparisons of pairs required is very large or very small, which will generate possible inconsistencies, increasing the uncertainty of the decision process. And on the other hand, evaluation performance allows for cost reduction on the understanding of key process, identification of potential problems, and future improvement actions, among others. Although this is not a simple job, the application of fuzzy multi-criteria decision-making techniques manages to address problems that are marked by different conflicting interests and the subjectivity of the judgments. The proposed fuzzy ISAHP model is presented as a simple and easy to apply, since Since it does not require deep mathematical knowledge. Additionally, it helps to model the subjectivity and uncertainty of the judgment of experts. Using qualitative and quantitative criteria that reforms the evaluation process and future actions. Thanks.